Guys, this is Danette with Pantry Tour Farms. Today I am in my, is it called a pantry? Yeah, we'll call it a pantry. This used to be our daughter's bedroom when she lived here at home, and so when she moved out, we converted it into a storage room for us. And so this is where we store. We don't have a whole lot of pantry room in our kitchen, so we decided that we would take this room and turn it into a storage room / pantry. But today, I know that Stumpy has been talking to y'all about wanting to bring you and show you the things that we have put up so far this year. It is the 1st of August. And we have been busy all summer putting up canning stuff and putting up stuff. And so I wanted to take you through our pantry here and show you what we have on the shelves and what we've put up so far. Hey guys, before I take you on a tour of the food that we have put away this year, I know if you've been watching our video channel for very long, that you know that it's truly a lifestyle for us, that we truly live out what we place out there for you to see. We've shared with you that, you know, Stumpy's family, and then of course Denise and I grew up helping our families put, you know, certain vegetables away. For us, growing up, it was peas, and, you know, you would be in the pea field or pick, you know, corn, and you had a few days of summer that you helped harvest those things. But my parents were basically forced to do that because, you know, they had 4 children at home, and so they did what they could to provide for their family. And then, of course, Stumpy shared, you know, his dad, wherever they lived, if it was in town or wherever they were, that they, he had some garden plot. And so, as long as I can remember, for the most part, Stumpy and I have always had some form of a garden. And then on those years when we couldn't, because surely there were seasons in our life that it was difficult to maintain a garden, especially when our children were really, really young and we were both working full-time jobs. But we've always had some form of a garden, and in those seasons where we weren't able, we would purchase from local farms and, you know, can and put up our things by then. But so Stumpy's always been one that's been passionate about, you know, providing food. And he says a lot of times his dad couldn't rest easy until he got the freezers full of vegetables or meat. And so I think that carried on to Stumpy, and he just rests better knowing that he has food. Now, it was never more evident to us the importance of having food stored up as it was, you know, a few years ago when you couldn't, you know, find certain items in the store. And so that lit a passion under all of our hearts, or in all of our hearts, to really focus on providing food for the family. Now, we have our side business, you know, where Denise and I make salsas and jams and sell it, and we always enjoy seeing people enjoy the fruits of our labor there. But on the other side is it's important for us to have food here provided. And are we where we need to be? No. But there's just something to be said about walking into this room and grabbing something off the shelf, or going over to the freezer and grabbing something out of the freezer. to prepare a meal. And so today I wanted to show you, what does my storage room pantry look like? What do I have? And what have we put up this year alone? And we're still not done. We still have more things that we want to do. We want to be able to put up some more pickles. We want to be able to definitely make some more jellies. The pears are just now coming in, so we'll be harvesting those and stuff like that. But today I wanted to show you. I just want to take you around. I'm going to show you what's on my shelf here. I'll take you to the freezer and show you the meat that we've put up and what we have. Now, keep in mind, this is not just for Stumpy and I. This is for our entire family and the Perry Hill Farm clan. And that includes, me and Stumpy. It includes our 2 kids and their families, their spouses. It includes Denise's kids. It includes my mom, and then of course anybody else that we want to bless. But we do. We provide a great amount of food for Oakley scratching over there. We provide a great amount of food for our families. And so, come on, I'll show you what we got here. Hey, buddy. So, as you come into the bedroom, you can see I have my shelves with all my stuff on it. Okay, so here we are. We are in the front of the most of what we've put up this year. Now there is some things. There are some things that are left over from last year. And so, I can point out. But we bought this shelf at Lowe's. It's been a good sturdy shelf for us to store things on. Of course, up on the top is where I store my extra egg cartons and my vacuum seal bags, and of course my ice cream maker, and that's just for extra storage that I put up there. But here I have this year's jars of squash that we have put up, and you can see we mixed our zucchini with our regular. So anyway, we've got several jars. I don't even know the number. We've got some down there of squash that we put up, and this is, I think, it's put up the way that the old Alabama gardener has put it up in a brine. It's the way that Stumpy has jarred these up. We tend to like this fried much better, but you can do it in a stir fry. So we have found ourselves canning our squash that way, and you can go back to our video list and you can see the video of where Stumpy shows you how he puts that up. It's the same video that he does his okra, and as you can see, we have plenty of okra down here, and I'll show you that in a minute. One of the first things that we started putting up along with the squash was our green beans, so we have several jars of green beans that we've put up, and I'll show you here. That's our green beans. That's we've done some in quarts, and of course we've done some in smaller pints down here. So then we have our squash. Our squash, he did some in smaller things. We also have learned how to put up peas, how to can peas to make them last. These are the Purple Hull peas that we've put up, and these are really quick to take and dump out into a pan and add your spice to it. We've also learned how to can our white peas, and you can see there's our white peas. They're always good for a quick meal to dump out, for a quick meal. Then of course, this is something that's always necessary at our house, is fried okra. We say fried okra. We put up a lot of okra because we like soups. We do love the fried okra, and the way the old Alabama gardener tells you to can it and make the brine. it comes out crunchy, and for some reason your flour and your cornmeal sticks to it, so it works out good. But we got several, I couldn't even tell you how many jars of okra that we have made here. We've also put up several jars of chicken broth. Now, this particular broth is not from our chickens. There was some chicken that Stumpy had bought, and we just boiled the chicken, saved for casseroles or something, and then we saved the broth so that we can have our own broth here. This would be some broth from our chickens here. This is chicken broth. This was some that we put up last year. You can see the fat off of them. This would be probably some of the Breese chickens that we put up. This would be their chicken broth there. We also did bone broth this year. We've never done that before. So with our cows that we killed, we put up several jars of bone broth. We ventured out. We've never done carrots before, and I'm just going to tell you, these are the carrots that we had a video where we harvested these. These are delicious canned. In fact, this year I told Stumpy, I said, I want to make sure that I have a whole raised bed designated just for carrots, because I have enjoyed these, and I'm limiting myself on eating them because I only have this, including this one, 4 more jars left. And so I'm like, oh, goodness gracious. So I want to, grab myself. Of course, we also, and it doesn't look as pretty, but I'm thinking if you opened up a can of this, I feel like you're just cutting my head off. So let me go back this way. I feel like if you opened up a can in the store, then you would go, ooh, if you could see it before opening it. But Stumpy's really good about canning chicken. Now, this has the bone in it. And these were just some small wings that he did from our chickens. And so he's canned up. Now, what he will do is he'll take our rabbits and he will debone them. And he will can their meat and it's just like having boneless chicken in a can that you pull out. And you can do that for quick chicken salads or chicken casseroles or just as a snack. It is very, very good. I'm telling you, you won't find anything like this that tastes that good in the store at all. Moving on down. Come on down here. Okay, we're at the other end of the same shelf. We did this was some of red okra that we did last year that we canned. I wasn't a fan of it, so we have found a new recipe that we like, and really it's just the Mrs. Wages packets for pickled vegetables. And we just did it all in okra. But we've enjoyed this. It's a great snack. Just to pop the lid off and have it. Another thing that we've enjoyed this year are our pickles. These are our bread and butter pickles. Oh my gosh, they are so, so good. And again, there's nothing fancy about these. We have made them from scratch before, but for some reason, the Mrs. Wages packages keep the pickles crispy. Now, if you have a suggestion, I've read thousands of suggestions for how to keep them crispy, and it seems like nothing ever works. From making sure you immediately once you harvest them, get them canned. It's just not been especially for our dill pickles. It has not worked, and so but. The bread and butter, boy, they have been good. We have thoroughly enjoyed them. Another thing that we did last year was to can kale. Oh my gosh. It is time consuming because you have to wash it You have to cut the spine out and all, but it's worth it. This is also delicious. Just come in here and grab this, and you can just dump it in a soup, a stew, or just as a side, as a vegetable. Very, very, very good. Stumpy also did some beef broth last year from some beef bones. We've got that. We love to put up tomatoes, stewed tomatoes. We didn't do a whole lot of these this year. I tell you what we found that we love the most is we have found some homemade or some pasta sauce that we love, and homemade ketchup. So a lot of our tomatoes this year went into homemade pasta sauce and ketchup. So we didn't can a lot of stewed tomatoes. We plan on getting some more before they completely run out this year. Here's our pasta sauce. This is probably this is last year's or the first making, and it kind of cooked a little long, but it's still good. They taste delicious. We did can up. We had some abundance of Brunswick stew, so we canned it up. That's great for some quick recipes. There's a lot of stuff that we have ate up from last year that's not here. We have more pasta sauce down there, more peas, and this is what's left of our potatoes. Let me get you down here and I'll show you. That is all we have left from putting up potatoes last year. Now this year we haven't started on canning potatoes. We've wanted to. We've just been so busy with, we've got oodles and caboodles of pasta sauces here and peas that we've put up. And then, of course, when you look back over here, this whole shelf is mostly full of tomatoes and pasta sauce. Okay, so now you can see, here's the shelf. We have steamed tomatoes there that were made last month. More pasta sauce, more steamed tomatoes, and then also this year we put up some fig jelly and some raspberry fig. And we even ventured out into some peach fig this year. That right there is delicious. A lot of this that's here is left over from last year on the vegetables part. And then of course you have all of our jellies here, with more pasta sauce. Homemade ketchup was a hit this year. So we've got several jars of it that we put away. And again, down there's our stewed tomatoes. I did buy in bulk. I have several items here. I have pinto beans. I have rolled oats. I have hard wheat. I have millet. My goal was to do some Ezekiel breads and stuff, but I just haven't got around. But these are here, and they're in airtight containers, so they will last until we get ready for that. They're there. If you have any recipes for any of this stuff, for kidney beans, dried kidney beans, and pinto beans, please, share your recipes with us. That's something I find hard to find, recipes that can do that. I've also thought about taking the dried beans and cooking them and then can them in jars. So let me know what you think, if you got some good ideas on that. I'd love to hear your ideas. But the rest of the room is just for storage. Our canning supplies are all stored over here on this side here. And of course jars. You can never have too much jars here. But that's pretty much what we have stored here, and it's not near enough for us, but this is what we've gotten started on. A lot of stuff we have in the freezer, so let's go check it out. Something that we're working on this week is canning pears. Stumpy did this yesterday, and he just cooked that in some, cooked them down in some sugar, and canned those. He also has some over in the roaster that we'll probably make a pear sauce out of, but we'll use these in pear cobblers or pear desserts. So there's something that Stuffy's been working on. You already know, you watched this channel long enough, he loves putting up stuff. Hey guys, now we're over here where the freezers are. We've put them all over here under Denise and them's carport, where they are under the shelter. And I found someone back there that can probably give a little bit more insight on our meat situation. So he's going to show you what we have here.
Got our cow about 3 months, about a month ago. And the cow weighed 982 pounds on the hoof. When I got it completely deboned, we had about 250 pounds of edible meat. She'll pan over here and show you the hamburger. Down in the corner, I done about 20 roast. I cut all the steaks up I could, boneless. In other words, we had boneless ribeyes, boneless New York strips, boneless filet mignons, boneless sirloins. About 25 roast out of the hams. They're not huge roast. You can see right there, I done them about 3 pound a piece, so that it would be enough meat there for a family of 2 or 3. And so anyway, I caught this chicken on sale. I like chicken thighs, and I know I bought it in the store, but we're poor, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so when I find something on sale that'll save my whole family money and feed us, I buy it. And we raise a lot of chicken, but when you can buy it cheaper than you can raise it, buy probably half or double. Here's some of our steaks. That's some New York strips, some sirloins. We had off our cow. But as you can see, we got that in there. We got a little bit of some peas and some fat that I got to render down. Some bacon that I still got to smoke off our last hog. Some jalapenos. Just a multitude of things. That's a huge deep freeze.
It's loaded.
And it's slam full of different stuff.
It's got stuff for goat lotions and soap. There's some more meat there. There's some livers there. There's some of our peas that we put up. There's the fat that he's rendered.
Yep, we're gonna render.
Several candied jalapenos and habaneros we put in here for future things. And down below there is more meat, correct?
Correct. More chicken. Over here, we got some frozen squawks, a little bit of ice cream. We got some corn, more peas we put up. Plus, I'm sure she showed you I had some canned. And all got our blueberries we picked. We got no, that's broccoli. We got broccoli down here we had earlier in the spring.
And then there's our corn.
Down on the bottom, you got some corn on the cob. But that's probably about concludes our food.
Okay, guys.
Appreciate you watching.
There you have a little tour of our... Well, we didn't even really take you into Denise's house. She has a few things. But that's a little tour of our pantry and our freezer of what we've done just this year.
Just in the last few months.
Just in the last few months. And
that's just in the last few months.
Right. And just to show you, it is possible to... You're hot, aren't you?
I sure am.
It is possible to store or to put up your own food. Like I said, it's a lifestyle for us. It's something we choose to do. It brings joy to our heart to see our families be able to eat from it. and we just love doing it.
Yep.
And so it'll always be here for us, right?
Hopefully. Good Lord willing.
Yep. The creek don't rise.
Yep.
That's right. I almost forgot about the small little pantry that Denise has at her house of what we put up. We've got some Concord grape jelly in here. We've got some, this is from some chili sauce that we've put up. Excellent. More squash. Pepperoncinis that we tried this year. I am going to ask if anybody has a good pepperoncini recipe that doesn't get soggy. They taste good, the flavor's good in them, but they got really, really soggy. Some homemade pickles. These are excellent bread and butter. These were zesty bread and butter. They are crunchy, but of course we use Mrs. Wages for those as well. What else we got in here? She's got some candied jalapenos, and then of course this is tomato juice that we've put away. More jelly, blueberry jelly that we have in here. There's something somebody gave us, but we've got some paste that we put away, and we did a video on that, I think. But we got a few jars of paste left in here that we put away. Also, more grape jelly, pasta sauce, some pear relish, more pickles, and then of course more squash that we have down in here. Also, I didn't take you over to show you where the potatoes are. We still have potatoes that are stored over at Erica's house that we haven't started canning yet. But we also have a ton of those. I think we put up 600 pounds on the shelf out there in the barn of Yukon Golds, Kennebec Whites, and some red potatoes. So there it is, our food pantry. So I think that covers everything. So but we're still working, still putting up peas, still putting up okra, still putting up pears, and Tabasco sauce. That's our new thing, is Tabasco sauce, and you'll see a video on that coming up. But anyway, thank y'all so much. So thank you for watching.
Yep, we appreciate it. Like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
Share our videos.
We will see you on the next video. Stumpy.
Simple life's always a much more enjoyable life. Appreciate you watching.
God bless you.